here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors, man. Salute to y'all for putting up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe. So we got a few people that pulled up already. Let me shout y'all out real quick. Shout out to Quick Crypto. Shout out to Bullish Crypto Sauce. Salute to y'all for pulling up. I had to get everything together, man. You know, this is our first stream where we pulling out, you know, the whiteboard. But I wanted to do this stream basically piggybacking off the idea. Shout out to Brian over there at Clear Value Tax. You know, he did his video on, you know, if you should be investing in the stock market right now with the expected crash. So we want to remix that and do the crypto version. So first off, a few things that you should ask yourself. You know, number one, what position are you in currently? You know, where are you at financially? Are you currently in debt? Are you debt free? You know, are you looking to aggressively, you know, make money for you, or are you just, you know, trying to, you know, figure out what can you do during this time? So if you're one of those people that, you know, these are the first few things you have to ask yourself. Do you have cash already for living expenses put to the side? You know, can you cover an unexpected, you know, emergency? You know, do you have money put to the side for other financial opportunities? So now let's go over a few of those. So when I say do you have, you know, money put to the side, can you cover your bills? You know, can you afford to take care of your mortgage? You know, can you cover your utilities? Can you pay for gas prices right now? Can you continue to afford groceries? You know, that's something you want to ask yourself, because if you're, you know, not in that position, you know, investing aggressively could end up, you know, messing up your strategy. Because now let's say you put a certain amount of money in, but you have to pull that money out early because you don't have money put aside for bills, groceries, utilities, then that can mess this strategy up. So also, you want to ask yourself, like, can you make ends meet, or can you make ends meet? So let's say, for instance, you get anything unexpected that you have to pay for out of the blue. Will you be able to handle that expense? You know, if you can't, then, you know, you should be putting money to the side, you know, to have money put up for bills, because things are about to get tight right now. So you definitely want to have cash put to the side. Bills, utilities, you know, for your kids, you know, make sure you got cash put to the side for that first. You know, make sure you got cash to be able to make ends meet. Make sure you got cash to be able to handle emergency, you know, something that unexpected comes up. You know, if you get a flat tire, you know, if you have to pay for a car repair, you know, if you're, let's say if you needed new brakes on your car right now, you know, would you be able to comfortably pay for that without, you know, looking like, okay, I have to go sell some of my investments? So, you know, if you're in a position like that, then possibly, yes, you know, if you have all the money put to the side for those different things, then yes, you should be looking at making your money make you some more money. Now, one thing you want to know is that the market is still likely to go down even further, you know, so this is why it's really important to have cash ready to go on the side. Now, after you have money for bills out the way, after you have money for unexpected emergencies out of the way, you know, you want to make sure you build up a little cash pile for financial opportunities. Now, right now, you don't have to go as heavy or aggressively, you know, as some people might want to, but you just want to pay attention to current market conditions. Understand that we could potentially go down further, and, you know, have that capital ready to go at that time. Now, this is a really big, you know, question that a lot of people have. You know, how much money should you have ready to invest during this downtime? Now, that really all depends, you know, on you. You know, I really recommend, you know, some general numbers that we can throw out. We can say, you know, $500. You know, that's a minimum starting level. You know, you have to think about how much money do you want to go in the market overall. You know, how much cash do you want to deploy during this downtime when you feel that the market absolutely crashes? You know, so this is not a imaginary thing that you just keep going along doing as you go. You really want to think about this number. You want to say, how much, you know, cash do I have, investments? You know, what is my stock portfolio looking like? What is my, you know, other investments looking like? And then out of that number, you would say, you know, maybe I want to have, you know, a certain percentage of my investments in crypto. So you may, you know, decide to put 500. You may decide to say 1,000. You know, those are two basic starting out levels that I recommend you having ready, you know, to deploy during this downtime. So remember, 500 is on the low end. You want to be able to save up enough capital to have that money ready to go. Now, the next level, I would say, is around $1,000. You have to determine for yourself, what level are you at? So now let's say, you're at the level where, you feel like you can put a little more than $1,000. 1,000 is, a little low for your goal. Then I would say, have a target of around 5,000. And that is so you can take advantage of these opportunities. I'm not saying you have to put it all in at one time, but just say, I have an ideal number, about $5,000 that I want to invest during this downtime. When the market, where I feel like, as to take advantage of this downtime in the market, I'll deploy $5,000 of my capital. Now, let's say that's a smaller level for you because you were one of the investors that already invested during the bull market. You already made money and things like that. So your number may be a little higher. Let's say, you say you want to put 10,000 into this downtime. So at the next levels, I recommend around, once you break out of the, 500, 1,000, $5,000 level, I recommend around 10,000. Now you got to remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just saying, this is, money you want to have put to the side. And it's not even saying that you will end up deploying all this capital. It's just the money that you want to have put to the side just in case. So let me write some of these numbers down. So basic number that you want to be able to have put to the side, ready to go, 500. 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. And then from 10,000, you can work your way from, 20 to, I would say, around 50K, depending on where you are. And after that point, 100K plus, depending on where you are. Now, some people you see right now, we have large whales deploying millions of dollars of capital during this dip, and they're making money on it already. You have to understand there's different investors, or there's traders, scalpers, and there's long-term investors. Traders and scalpers, they're more for the short term. They're looking to buy the dip and take money out once the price goes up. So, a lot of y'all won't get hung up on, just expecting prices to go to the moon. I'm trying to teach all this so that way y'all can understand different support levels, resistance levels where people will use to buy in as well as to take some profits. But, having a number, in your mind that you want to go during this time is, important to, even be able to begin this strategy. Now, let me take some of these comments real quick. Salute. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up like button. Shout out to everybody. Let's see. We got a few people in the building, man. Let me shout y'all out. So, shout out to Quick Crypto, Bullish Crypto Sauce, Mungo Man, Lee Figueroa. Shout out to all our channel members, those holding it down. Appreciate y'all. If you'd like to become a channel member, click that button down below. You get members only perks. Some of these classes that we do move to the members only section. So if you want access to that, definitely tap in. Shout out to Pamela Crun. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Eddie T. Shout out to Crypto Surfer. Shout out to Don Dada. Shout out to Paco Fowler, Julia Garcia, A. Murillo, Crypto Epidemic, Crypto Surfer, Tillery Mills, and Exo Schlang. Salute. Shout out to all y'all for pulling up. So, I want some of y'all to start dropping in the comments, what is your number out of these numbers that you're looking at to deploy? I'm not saying how much you want to have, just in crypto invested overall, but how much do you want to deploy in this downtime? Is it 500? Do you want to have 1,000 ready to go? Do you want to have 5,000 ready to go? Do you want to have 10,000 ready to go? Because once you have that number set, you can begin to confidently work on your position, and you won't be swayed because you already know, I have this amount of capital to start deploying. That way, let's say, for instance, if you have, let's just start off with a small number, right? Let's say you have 1,000. You can do a weekly schedule. You can say, I want to invest weekly. You can say, I want to do it, some people do it based on, the 1st and the 15th. So you can say, I want to, invest bi-weekly, or either the 1st or 15th. And it's not saying you have to use those dates. It's just that showing that some people invest bi-weekly. Now, you might want to switch these dates because a lot of people actually use the 1st and the 15th as their automatic days to be able to just automatically buy. So you might want to switch it around a little bit, or just pay attention to the chart so that way you get the best discount possible. Now, you can say monthly. Now let's say you choose any one of these. So if you had $1,000 that you wanted to deploy on a time schedule, if you did it on a weekly schedule, you can basically add $100, you know, to that dip per week. So you can say 100 per week. This would give you 10 weeks. It would give you 10 weeks worth of investing or ability to buy the dip. That's how you want to look at it. So let's say this, for instance, let's say you put $100 in at X price, or let's just say the price of Bitcoin. Let's say Bitcoin is at 21,500, right? You put in 100 at that price. Let's say the price pulls back and goes down to by the next week, Bitcoin is, you know, trading around, you know, let's say 19. Now you deploy another $100 the following week into that Bitcoin, which brings your overall cost down. And now what this does, it removes some of that, you know, panic or fear that I bought in and now the price just dropped on me. Because now let's say if you would have put your entire $1,000 in at 21,500, now you will be down whatever the percentage is from 19,000 to 2,100. You know, so you would have, you know, seen your entire, you know, value drop. This is why you want a dollar cost average, or what's called DCA. DCA, dollar cost average. So now let's say, for instance, you do the same thing, but on a let's go even further. Let's say, you know, at all time, let's say the market, you know, the next following week, it's at around, it stays the same. You know, it trades around, it bounces around, but you put another 100 in here. Now let's say markets go down even further by, you know, that third week. Now let's say we're trading around 17,000. You put another 100 in here. Let's say following week, markets go to lowest number, even though we can't call this, but let's just say it does drop even further. You put another 100 in here at this level. Now you're continuing to bring your average cost down. But now let's say things start to turn around, and the following week here, we got Bitcoin now at 18,000. You're buying another 100 here. Now you're so far about 6 weeks in worth of investing. Now let's say the following week, we get Bitcoin at 20. You put in another 100. But now what's happening as we start to move past these levels that you invested in, you just got profit on the buy here at 17. You just got profit on both of these buys here at 19,000. This is why it's important to buy the dip to bring your average cost down, because as the price starts to go back up, you'll start to see profit on these lower buys here. Now let's say you continue to go, and the next month we got, or next week, Bitcoin is at 22,000. Now, every single purchase that you did here, 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 and here are all profitable purchases. You're profitable on all of these purchases, and as the market continues to go up, the purchases that you did here will also continue to grow. That's how you make your money make money. That's what you want to do. That's how you run it up. And then this is what happens. At some point here, let's say, so now we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 8 weeks in now, right? Let's say around the 9th week, we get a 23K. You know, we're just showing that the markets have turned around at this point. And now let's say the 10th week, we're at, let's just say even 23.5. Now you deployed your entire $1,000 during this time period here. And now as the market continues to grow from, we hit that bottom, you invested into the dip. You ended up catching the bottom because you continue to invest over time. You didn't just put all your money in at one time. So now everything that we do over this point, 23,500, you're just making even more money, 24,000. Now let's say here where there were some people speculating and some people trying to time the bottom. Now they could have seen the prices go from 21.5, 19, but this is what they're not doing. They're not investing because they're trying to time the bottom perfectly. Nobody can really time the bottom exactly perfectly. You can try to use indicators to try to line it up and time it out, but you got to understand it will not be perfect all the time. So now let's say the people that were trying to time the bottom, they miss out on the 19 opportunity to buy. Remember, we're at 23.5 now. So they missed out on the 17,000 opportunity to buy. They missed out on the $16,000 opportunity to buy. They missed out when we hit that bottom at 16, then the market started to kind of turn around at 18. They still weren't sure right there. So guess what they did? They waited around till 20. They still weren't sure right there. But guess what? 20,000 is, below that point where you started. Actually, 21,500 is where you started. So now we see markets hit 22,000. So now guess what? They may watch now because they see, when things were looking bad, it was at this 21.5 range. But now because they see things at around 22K, now they're paying closer attention to the charts and to the market. But now they, because they're a little uncertain, now they wait for, instead of, getting in here, they wait to see, 23. They wait for a 23K. And then, let's say by the time markets hit 24K, now they decided to start back investing. But guess what happened? They missed out on all these opportunities to buy down here because they were speculating. But what happened to the person that got the dollar cost average, the person who had money set to the side to be able to take advantage of these prices? They come out on top because they bought the dip. Now this person who's buying here, let's say the market breaks out and goes from where they decided to get in because they waited until that, till they were feeling more comfortable. Let's say they caught, the from 24, the market breaks out and, start seeing resistance at around 26K. But this person put in his 100. Now his 100 has only grown from the point of the percentage from 24K to 26K. So whatever that percentage increase is, that's how much that person's $100 gained when they tried to wait and time the market. This is why you don't wait and time the market. If you have money put to the side to take care of your daily expenses, your bills, mortgage, utilities, groceries, gas, kids, all these different things, and you have money put to the side for emergencies, and also you want to have money put to the side for, just to, enjoy yourself, because investing, if you're sometimes you can't call it when these prices will actually break out and you'll be able to take some profit. So you want to already have some money to the side that you can, enjoy yourself, be able to take yourself out to eat, not saying you got to do it all the time, but, just to be able to splurge on yourself a little. So that way you're not looking to take money from those bags that you have invested. So I highly suggest you get an emergency fund, get your, your expense fund, get a little, a little fun column, some money you can put in for entertainment, be able to take you and a girl out, whatever, just have some money put to the side. Then after you have those bags, put to the side, or those nest eggs put to the side, then you can start working on the capital that you want to deploy during this downtime. So buying the dip is the reason why you still want to invest in crypto, because the people who buy during the crash make the most money when the markets turn around. So, we have a cycle that goes like this. And it eventually goes back up. So, where we were, let's say all-time highs. Some people wait for the candles, in this range. Some people wait to buy candles in this range, buying into the all-time high. And then what happens is they see a candle around here do something like this. It runs up, and then a lot of people sell back into the candle. And then what you see is we start moving back down. This is a natural cycle in the market. This is a natural cycle that you will see take place in the market. Then we'll get something like a doji candle here along the bottom. Then we'll start to trade sideways for a little while as, prices start to become more bullish. More and more buyers start stepping in. And then we see another situation like what we seen here, where we get a candle where it runs up, and then sellers sell back into the candle and push the price back down to around this area, where we begin to play out this cycle all over again. Now, the candle sizes can differ within this range, but I'm just showing y'all how things play out. This is where most people tend to try to get in. Most people wait around this range, once we're moving to all-time highs and everything looks good, but most people are afraid. Most people are, scared to invest during this time. But this is the real time you should be investing. During this time, so the prices are high here, market is high, market is low. During a crash, the market is low. So during a crash, we're seeing the market trade basically below these points here. And that's when you want to take advantage of it, because why? The people who buy during this range, they get the most opportunity for gains. They get the most opportunity for gains here. Now, where they decide to take profit is on them. But look at, from buying at the bottom, you have no choice but to eventually go up. So that's what I really wanted to, show y'all, so that way y'all can have this understanding. Salute to everybody for pulling up. Let's see who all we got in the building. Hey, run those likes up, man. We almost got 60 people in here with 32 likes. Okay, let me see. Let me go over some of these comments. So Mike says, so have from AMC, Sheeb, and Doge been so good to me. That's exactly it. You got to take some of those profits when the market is up. Do not only wait till you sell at the bottom. Now this is the thing. If you're a long-term investor, be a long-term investor. But some people don't understand the difference from a trader and a long-term investor. Some people are basically being a mix of both and, considering them and expecting long-term investor results. You can't be a trader. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can do both, but you shouldn't expect the same exact outcomes, because now you'll begin to confuse yourself. You'll jump all over the place. You won't move forward with anything concrete. Remember, plan your trade and trade your plan. Long-term investors, they invest for the long term, no matter what. That's like a Warren Buffett type investor. Warren Buffett doesn't care if prices, run up all of a sudden. He's going to continue to invest over the long term for 10 years plus. Warren Buffett tells us, if you don't plan to hold a stock for 10 years, you should not be buying it. Ain't that crazy, y'all? And think about how many of us here, are nowhere near looking at buying or looking at holding some of these assets for 10 years, yet we still buy them. That would make us speculators in some instances. Now, of course, we have some of those assets that we do hold for long term, but in the short term, a lot of us are speculators because we're buying hoping that the price will go up to take some profit. Shout out to everybody pulling in here. Let's see. 1,000 is a great starting number, bro. 1,000 stop losses. Don't forget to set them. Exactly. Stop losses are important, especially for traders. So if you're a trader, let's say you're a trader, right? And you're looking to trade a breakout. Let's say we have a point here where we see some resistance in the chart. Price is trying to, matter of fact, y'all told me to use a darker marker. Let me switch up the markers real quick. Jeez. But y'all told, so now let's say right here where we can see these candles. Oh, my black marker gone, y'all. Hold on, let me see what we got darker. Okay, let's try red. Okay, we got these candles here. For instance, we got some candles trading in here. You're looking to catch this breakout. The point, once the candles break above this resistance line and start to trade here. So what you'll do is wait for the violation. You'll wait for the resistance line to be violated. That means for the candle to break above it, and then you wait for a correction. You wait for the candle to come back and test that previous resistance as a support line. As that previous resistance becomes a support line, you will want to go long in this area. You will want to go long on that retest. So you would, as the price pulls back, you will buy into that red, or the candle can be green. It doesn't really matter about the candle color here. You just want to make sure it retests that previous resistance line and it becomes support, and then you could enter there, and then after there you could set your stop loss below the previous candle of the resistance. So wherever that resistance was, let's say right here, you would set your stop loss right below that candle. Some people do it differently with stop losses. Some people just try to go for, like, let's say a 2-to-1 or 2-to-4. They just try to make sure they win more than they lose, twice as much wins as the losses, to make it worth it over time. So that way, kind of, if you break even on wins and losses, you still come out as a winner in the long term. Let's say you take 10 trades over the week, right? And you're doing 2-to-1 on every trade. Even if you were to, go half, 5 out of 5, you would still be profitable at the end of that week because you're using a 2-to-1, or you're locking in more gains than you would losses. So it's important to have a stop loss set. We'll go more into stop losses. I also want to do a video teaching y'all how to use what are called pivot points. Pivot points help you understand where people are buying in and where people are likely to take profit. How many of y'all watching right now are familiar with TradingView? Let me know if you know what TradingView is. Those that know will know. If you don't know, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Run those likes up, man. Run those likes up. Salute. Shout out to Flamingo Pear. Shout out to Julia. Julia said, if I have 500 to invest at once, which would you think would be better investment, ETH or BTC? So you're saying that you have $500 to invest at once. Now, if $500 is your only amount that you plan on putting into Bitcoin or Ethereum, then I would not invest it all at once. I would break it up, and sometimes you would want to think, why either one or the other? Ethereum and Bitcoin have proven to both be strong assets to have over time. So if you got 500, I wouldn't try to say which one is best. Of course, if we're looking at it from a profit standpoint in the short term, Ethereum has the best chance to give you more gains because it's at a lower market cap. It has the easier potential to double from where it's at than possibly Bitcoin does. So for that reason, I would say I'm more favorable with ETH. But because Bitcoin is the godfather of the game, I would definitely be, if I have $500 and I was trying to decide between ETH or Bitcoin, I wouldn't even pick between them. I would pick both. So I would, try to lean towards whichever one I'm more favorable with. Like this, if it was ETH, then I'll try to put 300 into ETH. If it was Bitcoin, then I'll put 300 into Bitcoin and the remaining into the other one. So that's how I would look at that. But if I only had 500 to put in there, I would not do it all at one time. I would definitely be buying weekly. So I will buy $100 this week, $100 the next week, $100 the next week, especially while we're in, market conditions like this, because everybody's predicting or projecting for the markets to continue to go down. So keep that in mind. Shout out to Julia for that question. Blast said, heard of it. Hank L said, I'm hip. Samuel Hook said, I know what it is. PMP JCD, thumbs up. Okay. So TradingView is a software that it gives you charting software. So it gives you indicators and tools that you can use to basically do chart analysis. So for technical traders, people that use technical analysis, I'm a technical trader. Let me show y'all this. Hold on. So because of info that we learned here, and remember, we're teaching this info in our classes. So if you don't tune into our classes, you definitely should be. This is why you should be subscribed and have your notifications turned on. We teach a class almost every day, or at least every other day. The classes are available on the channel right now. They possibly will be moving to the members only section soon. So if you want access to these classes, I highly suggest you go tap in with them ASAP. So because of this information I learned, I'm more comfortable with being a technical trader. I like to follow smart money. I like to, predict based on, what other people will do. So that way I have an easier ride versus just guessing. And most people in crypto, they just kind of guess, they buy in here and hope that things will be higher later on. So I like to use, if you see in TradingView, when you click the indicators button, there'll be something called a standard pivot, basically. So, we use that to try to look at, solid levels in the chart where people will begin to buy and sell. Eventually, I'm gonna have a tablet, so I could go over some of these things with y'all and show y'all live. But that's one thing that a lot of, technical traders are using. If you take a look at the chart, you'll notice most of the areas where you see support and resistance zones forming, those are done by technical traders because they know that those are good areas to either buy or sell. But the people who are trading in between, they don't really know what's going on. So they're kind of just throwing their money in there, hoping that it goes up. And that's where these day traders and, scalpers or whatever, that's where they're making their money at, off the retail investors that come in that don't really know what they're doing. So this is why it's important to subscribe and turn on notifications so that way you can become a better informed investor and know what you're doing. So now, if you're one of those people, we did this example with $1,000. So now you see, we just broke down why it is better to invest in the dip. Also, another thing you got to ask yourself, do you even want to make money with crypto? You know, are you one of the people that really want to make money with crypto, or are you just looking to, you know, make your money, make you some more money? Because in that case, I would recommend, let's say you don't have an investment fund set to the side. Let's say you got money for bills, you know, emergencies. You got money for, you know, spoiling yourself some, you know, here and there, but you don't have money for an investment fund built up. Then what I would also recommend you do is to develop a skill. So right away, if you don't have a skill, you should be, I think you would be better off taking this time to develop a skill than investing in crypto right now. Because you can pay for, you know, whether it be a course, you can pay for some books, you can pay for some education to level yourself up. So that way you can develop a skill, that way you can employ that skill to make more money. And once you can make more money, you'll have more funds available to take advantage of this time that we're in. So it is very important to either have a side hustle, you know, to have some type of skill where you're able to make money on the side. The people that are making, you know, I won't just say the people that are making the most money, but some of the people who are most comfortable in this market, myself included, we have several streams of income. So that way we're able to take advantage of times like this. We're not gonna be panicking, you know, just because prices pull back. You know, of course, everybody was hurt during this last crash. We all lost a little bit of money. You know, some of us lost a lot of money, you know, but the best thing to do, you know, is know that, you know, you have funds set to the side so that way you don't have to panic. You don't have to change the lifestyle that you're living right now. As long as you can continue living the lifestyle you're living, you can continue, you know, keeping your head above water. You got funds for emergencies, fun, bills, normal expenses, and that sort. Then yes, right now is a good time to be investing into crypto. And the way you should do it is by dollar cost averaging. You should not be taking, you know, unless you're, remember we talked about investment sizes. Unless one of these, you know, you're beyond one of these sizes, but if your total number is 500, you shouldn't be throwing 500 in at once. If your total number that you want to have invested during this crash, that you want to have ready, if it's $1,000, then you should not be putting 1,000 at once. If it's 5,000, you shouldn't be putting 5,000 at once. If it's 10,000, then you should not be putting 10,000 at once. Only way you should be putting something like this amount of money at once is if you're extremely bullish, you're a speculator, you know, like a trader, because this is what some traders will do. Some traders will use a large position size. They'll use a lot of money. Let's say $10,000. They'll deploy that capital on a position, but they'll set their top stop loss to, like, let's say 1%. So, you know, if you're using so let's say if you deploy $1,000 on the dip, and as a trader, not as a long-term investor, keep this in mind. It's the difference between traders and long-term investor. As a trader, you put $10,000 in on the dip. What they might do is have a tight stop loss of 1%. So the general rule is 1 to 2%, or some people will do a 2 to 1, as far as, like, you know, 2 gains to 1 loss. But when starting off, when you're first learning what you're, you know, trying to do, you should not be risking any more than 1 to 2% of your portfolio on any trade. You should not be risking more than 1 to 2%. Now, this is not financial advice. Do whatever you want. If you want to YOLO, because, you know, who knows? I could be wrong. You know, there could be a point where if you would have threw your whole portfolio on this point right here, it could have blasted up and took off. And then you'll be looking at me like, man, I was about to, you know, throw everything at it. So remember, this is not financial advice. This is just, you know, for investors that want to be a little smarter with what they're doing. So if they threw in, let's say with trading options, like, so for something like options trading, which I trade options, and sometimes I will buy contracts that cost $10,000. So if I buy a $10,000 option contract, let's say on Tesla, I would have my stop loss set somewhere from 1 to 2%. Now me, I'm a little more risky, so really I'll go, you know, even further, you know, 5 to 10%. It depends on how I'm feeling. Now, if I know for a fact, let's say if I did all my technical analysis and I know for a fact that, you know, okay, I'm down 5%. I know this should be turning around. Now, normally, you know, I would want to cut my losses before this point or at this point. But if I know for a fact I entered into the chart on a really, really good position, you know, I got several other indicators leading or, you know, telling me at that point is a good entry, then sometimes I may let it go a little further just to test it out. Because what the markets will do is sometimes they'll, you know, let's say it's going, whatever. Let's say you enter here as it's about to break out. What you'll see the markets do is go right, test your stop loss, and then try to go a little bit below these stop losses before it continues to make its way up. So let's say, you know, you entered somewhere here, you entered here, but you had your stop loss set about here. Notice how the market will go down and stop you out. It will go down, hit your stop loss before going back up. So sometimes you want to give it a little extra just in case. And sometimes what I do, even sometimes outside of just setting a stop loss automatically, I'll set my stop loss by eye. You know, I'll eyeball it. So I'll have that number in mind, but sometimes I won't pull the trigger at it exactly. Now that's me personally. I've been trading for, you know, years. So I can do that. But for those that are just getting started off, I recommend no more than 1 to 2% risking on every trade. That is for those that are looking to day trade, buy the dip and sell to take profit. So let's say you have a total of, now this is for long-term investors. Dollar cost averaging is for long-term investors. So if you have that $500, the reason why you can put 100 in at a time is because you're a long-term investor. You're not the person over here that's looking to make a quick gain and sell it. You're looking to invest later. I mean, you're looking to take profits later on after you get a significant gain. So it's also good to have a number in mind on how much do you want to actually profit. You know, are you looking to double your money? Remember, traders and scalpers, they're looking for at the most in a day, of course they'll take more, but most of them are happy with a 10% profit. If a day trader, because, you know, think about it, if a day trader is using $10,000 to trade with, what's 10% of that? If you're a day trader and you're using $10,000 as your account size to trade with, what's the percentage of 10% in a day? That's an easy one, but you know, that's a good day for some people. Run those likes up, man. We got over 70 viewers in the stream right now with only 63 likes, man. I need y'all to run those likes up. But you know, if your position size to trade with is $10,000, and most day traders or scalpers are looking for a 10%, you know, they're happy with a 10% in a day, even less than that if they can get it. 10% is just really knocking it out the park that day. If you can get a 10% gain on your overall account size in one day, that is extremely well. Now, normally everyone doesn't do that. You have some days, you know, where you win, some days where you lose. But remember, if I told you, if you're using a 2-to-1 strategy, then as long as you get, you know, out of 10 trades, you get 5 winners out of the 5, you know, out of those total trades, then you at least still end up profitable. So that's what you want to keep in mind. But yeah, so the number is 1,000, excuse me. So now imagine if you have an account size of $10,000 and you're looking for a 10% gain in a day. If you make $1,000 in a day, that's a cool day for you. You know, if you trade and make over about $270 a day, that's $100,000 a year. So we have a lot of traders that look, you know, the majority of traders that are kind of, you know, we have the first level of traders where they're just looking in to learn what they're doing. They're just trying to make some money here and there. If they get lucky, they cool with it. But then we have those traders that start to get a little more serious, you know, after, you know, they kind of figure out what they're doing. They're having some success and they really figure out, you know, the ins and outs. Then they start to hit targets. You know, how much do you want to make in a year? You know, if you want to make $300K in a year trading, then you should be making somewhere around, you know, about close to $1,000 a day, you know, just to, you know, give an easy number there. You know, it won't always be perfect, but for somebody using $10,000 trading account, making 10%, that's $1,000 in a day. Even if he only gets 5% the next day, that's $500 the next day. Even if he only gets 3% the next day, that's $300 the next day. So this is what most traders in the markets are doing. Me personally, I believe more people are in the market short-term speculating, trying to make money trading, than those that are actually holding long-term, especially when it comes to crypto, especially in crypto. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of people, all these people who are day trading, scalpers, let me tell y'all this, they do not leave their money in the market overnight. So what they do is they invest, you know, whatever their account size is. Let's say they're using a $10,000 account, just to, you know, make this easy. They'll trade on this account, but by the end of the day, they'll close all their positions. They're not holding anything. So automatically you're going to see sales happen in the chart. You're going to see at certain areas before market close. Not with crypto, but in stocks, you know, you're going to see certain people close out positions, you know, just to be able to not have their money left in the market overnight. So, you know, that's something you want to also keep in mind. So Crypto Surfer mentioned a trailing stop loss. That's also a good idea right there. So a trailing stop loss can basically, your stop loss adjust as the price adjusts. So, you can have a trailing stop loss to close out, it can move 1% from the break where the all-time high price moves, and it continues to move your stop loss as the price moves. That way you lock in those gains. So I can see why, who was that, Crypto Surfer said that trailing stop loss would be better. So that definitely works better for some people in their strategies. But that's once you get a little bit better. So Enjoyable Lifestyle said, I'm not buying ETH. I'm not buying BTC. A 4 or 5x will not change anything in my life since I'm broke. What I'm going to do with a 20 or 30K, nothing. So Volt is the right one. So this is a person right here. Now, shout out to the Volt Army. Y'all know I'm rocking Volt Inu. As y'all can see, I got Volt right here. I'm Volt Army. But, I got to be real with y'all. I don't want you to just lose $30,000. So make sure if you are putting that money into one asset, that's the most asset that you're bullish on. Make sure if you're saying that you're broke right now, you shouldn't be putting 20 to 30K into any one asset. I'm going to just keep it all the way 1,000 with you. Even though, that would make my money go up if you invest 30,000 into, where my money is, I'll be cool with that. But I just want to let you know that you should not be doing it all at one time. You should have some more boring, safer assets as well, because Volt is an altcoin. Now, I'm very bullish on this one. I have a nice bag in Volt, but you don't want to just drop 20 to 30K all at one time. I just got to keep it real with you. And you said you're broke. Now, yeah, really, to be honest, I know a lot of people that would say they're broke and they don't have $30,000. So if you broke with $30,000, that's an okay broke. But, you still want to be wise so that way, you don't end up going bankrupt. You want a dollar cost average even then. And also you want to get some of those more boring assets, the assets that are more likely to hold value. So I will be looking at some stocks. During this time, some people, now this is not really my strategy personally, but some people like to invest in more solid, not non-growth stocks. So like basically dividend paying stocks. Dividends that, the price doesn't grow too much, but you get a consistent dividend paid out over time. That's how some people like to use that strategy. You can, grab some of those assets right now while the market is down, and let your money generate some, dividend interest like that. Or what you can do is, just invest into some of the safer ones that that have been around a while, that you pretty much can look at as a long-term savings account. Now, it's not really good to do that because, you still can lose money. Savings account, you only lose money due to inflation. You still have the, the principle of what you left in there, but it's better to have this money invested than to just leave it in cash. So, it's better to get some of those slower stocks that are less volatile, that aren't gonna, have too much big of a swing, and collect some of those dividends off of that while diversifying into some of the more riskier assets. Once we feel the market has hit a bottom, then that's time to switch up your strategy and move into some of those growth stocks. So when you feel that, like, let's say for instance, Tesla has hit the bottom, that's a good time to, become a little more aggressive. When you see the S&P 500, NASDAQ, when the overall markets are hitting a bottom, then that's a better time to become more aggressive because you got the better chance then to see the upside. But I do feel you though on how 20 to 30K can make you a lot more money in one of these altcoins than it can if you put it into for instance Bitcoin. So I definitely feel you on that. I just don't want you to lose your money by being a little too risky. But if that's your risk tolerance, if that's your strategy, then that's a-okay with me. So let's see. Trap Talk said I lost 38,000. Post your losses. Let me see how much have you lost during this correction? How much did they get you for? Keep it 100. We all lost some money. Nobody can time the markets perfectly. But what you can do when you see the markets going down after a certain point, you can take that money out, set it to the side, wait till the markets fall down more, and then put the money back in. That way you have a better chance, for things to go up. And you also get the opportunity to buy more assets at a discount. Enjoyable Life said, if I'm going to make 20 to 30K by buying BTC or ETH, I'm not going to do anything with that money. Okay, I feel you. Lee said I lost about 5. Tillery Mills said 25K. Exo Schlang said a rack. PMP JCD said 40K. Antonio Valerio said 230K. 6-4 View said I lost nothing, still sitting pretty, and vote Inu. Congratulations. Shout out to Brian Carranza said vote. Samuel Hook said he's down 5K. Crypto lost at 50K. Hey, we got over 80 viewers in the stream, y'all. I need y'all to get those likes up, man. Angry Lion said lost the shirt on my back. So, you know, this is the thing, though. You know, we all lost money starting, you know, getting in the game, starting out. You know, when I first, if y'all are part of my private stock market game group, if y'all, now I was already trading, but I was getting a little more, you know, riskier, but I documented this for y'all. I showed y'all the entire process, you know, making money to losing, you know, over 20,000 in stocks. You know, how many of y'all followed that when I showed y'all that, to making over, you know, 6 figures now. Now we, you know, but you had to lose some money, you know, in order to put some skin in the game, so that way you can take this serious. You got to pay to play, you know. And to be honest, it took me losing over $20,000 before I went and picked up some books, y'all. So to be honest, some of us have to take that loss in order to get better. So don't look at it, even, you know, even you know, 20,000 starting off losing to some people, you know, can sound like, you know, an amount of money that would basically kick you out the game and scare you away from it forever. But, you know, you have to lose some to take it serious, you know, so you really stop playing. To just to, you know, say it short and sweet, you got to stop playing. You know, you got to really take this serious. You got to learn. You got to educate yourself. You should be getting courses. You should be reading books. You should be studying. You know, you should be studying history of the stock market. You should be studying, you know, savvy investors or notable investors. People like Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Kathy Woods, you know, these different people, you know, there's a million names that you could be, you know, following, but you need to follow some of these people, you know, of course, December DeMarco as well, you know, but you need to follow some of these people, see their ideologies, see why they say what they say, take out which parts, you know, kind of work for you, which parts that you favor, and then develop your own strategy off of that. So that's what I highly recommend. So should you be investing, even though we have a crypto market crash expected? Of course you should. If you got all those other things out the way that I told y'all, you know, and you really want to make some money in crypto, of course you can, because this is a better opportunity to make money while the market is down than while it is up. But you got to remember to lock in some of those profits when you see profits. We got Shiba Inu up this week over, we were just looking at it yesterday, we were up about 59%, 58%, rounded to 60% gains in a week. Now what do we see today? We see the market pulling back. This is why it's important to take some profits. Unless you're just a long-term investor and you understand that, you will see your profit or your portfolio go up and down over the long term, and you're okay with that. You should be taking out some profits so that way you feel a little more comfortable. So let's see what we got. We almost got 90 likes on the stream. Do me a favor, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please hit the like button. Now, shout out to Birdman. He said something that's very, very important. He says something that's very, very, very important. You don't lose until you actually sell. So right now, if you're a long-term investor and you're down, you haven't really lost any money technically. Your portfolio is down, but you did not lose until you sell. So that's called an unrealized loss. It's an unrealized loss until the point that you lock it in. Now, if you lock it in, then you really did just lose. So let's say you bought, you know, let's say you had 10 Ethereum. The price dropped 50%. You had them, you know, your bag was at 40,000 in ETH, and it dropped. Now your bag is at 20,000. You still have 10 Ethereum, and when the price goes back to normal, you will still have that same amount of money. So this is just the opportunity to buy. But if you sell it while it's down here, then you lock in those losses, and now you really did just take a $20,000 loss. So keep that in mind as well. Salute. Run those likes up for me if you just pulled up and you haven't hit the like button yet. Crypto Law said, you're right. I did not lose 50K. I'm just down 50K. Now, guess what? If you're down 50K, Crypto Law, and you believe in crypto for the long term, then they just plugged you. They just plugged you. They just gave you a stupid plug right now. If you still have a skill, something that you can use to be able to make money on the side, you know, you have extra income, you can work a few extra hours. Guess what they just allowed you to do? You know, they just let the investors through the door right there. They just gave you an opportunity to buy in more of that asset even cheaper because you're bullish, because you believe in this space for the long term. Now, I believe in crypto for the long term. Now, how do you determine if you believe in crypto for the long term? Ask yourself this. Do you believe in the next 5 years, and I also want y'all to drop this in the comments, do you believe in the next 5 years that crypto will be where it is now, worse than it is now, or higher, better than it is now? So will crypto, in the next 5 years, do you think crypto will stay the same that it is now? Do you think it'll be worse than it is now, or do you think it'll be better than it is now? Let me know. AV68W said, I was sitting on 10K of Saitama off a $200 investor, but never scooped profits, learning the hard way. Justin Drum said, made 80K, all unrealized gains. Quintessential said, great show, brother. Appreciate you and your wisdom. Appreciate you for pulling up on me, bro. Let's get this stream to 100 likes, y'all. We got 90 viewers, and we are only 3 likes away from that 100 like point. If y'all could do me that favor, I would really appreciate that. So Detrick Thompson said, we also received the 4X just on the price of ETH alone when it hits all-time high again. I'm not lying, y'all. I'm looking at ETH right now, drooling. I was hoping that it was going to go even further, and I wish I would have got some more when it was at the 900 range, but I thought we were really going to see that 700, so I didn't go as heavy as I wanted to, but, you know, I still was able to get that dip right there. But I'm looking at ETH like a T-bone steak right now, y'all. Okay, so we got some of the answers in. Let's see. Jonathan Fultz said way better and bigger in the next 5 years. He expects it to be. If you didn't answer this yet, let me know. Do you think in the next 5 years crypto will be where it's at now? Do you think it will get worse, or do you think it will be better off than where it is now in the next 5 years? So let me get some more of these. Quintessential said better by far. Samuel Hook said crypto will be 10x better. Adrian Pert said, I think it will be way better. PMP JCD said DeMarco is one of the best out there. Appreciate that, bro. Tillery Mills said better, much better. Paco Fowler said crypto will always grow. Crypto Chick pulled up on us, said, hey, December, shout out to you. Appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to the Volt Army. Blast said better. This is just the beginning. Crypto Law said it's going to be bullish, just better than this year. It's going to be bullish, super better than this year. Okay. 49KT Red Gold said 2025 bullish. Exo Shy Lang said 100 million in the back times better. Chris Hunt said probably bigger than we can even imagine. That's what I'm thinking right there. What Chris Hunt said. I think the market is going to grow to a level bigger than we can even imagine. We got to take a look at, you know, I'll grab my phone in a second so we can actually get some accurate numbers, but let's see. Hank L said, I only sell when I'm in the green. The Lockster said higher. Enjoyable Lifestyle said, in the next 5 years, that will be the main leader of the financial system, especially with inflation and printing nonstop mechanism. The Lockster said, crypto ain't going nowhere. Web Money said, yes. Fly 75 Rise said, we have to take those profits. Don't fall in love with these. Use them as tools to get to your goals. Exactly. Use them as tools to get to your goal. Investing should be, you know, a tool. Investing, you know, is basically a vehicle to help you move, you know, to get to your goals. So you should be determining where you want to, you know, how much money do you want to make? You know, if you invest $1,000, when do you expect to take profit on that 1,000? How much do you want to make that 1,000, you know, grow? If you're a speculator. Now, if you're a long-term investor, then you can just say, I will leave it for, you know, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. I'll leave it for this amount of time and whatever it is at that period, then I will take it. You know, a lot of people are investing for retirement. You got to remember that a majority of people are investing for that long of a term, you know, to the point where they retire. So they're continuing to buy these assets up no matter what the price is over a long period of time, just because they know that they will go up. So, Crypto Fire 911 said definitely higher. Hey, y'all, hit that like button for me if you just pulled up in the stream. Appreciate you. Hank L, crypto will definitely be better. Detrick said, you think ETH will touch 800 in the next month or so? Web Money, I'm gonna get my phone in a minute so we can take a look at the charts. But Web Money said made money on Quant. Fly said no brainer. It's going to be everywhere. Marty Nichols said it'll be bigger and better because it's bilingual money. King E Crypto says way better off. Crypto Fire 911 says only 4% of the population using crypto. Remember that. We talked about that in class. If you were in class, I told y'all only 10% of the United States is right now currently investing or using crypto in some shape or form. And if we look globally, only 4% of the people in the world are using crypto. Now imagine when those numbers simply, get to 30% in the US and 12% worldwide. I think the market cap of crypto will be something that we can't even fathom right now. Because remember, crypto is winning. So in the next 5 years, better for sure, 1.5 trillion market cap more. So remember, our all-time high market cap for crypto was around a little over 3 trillion in November 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So Lee Figueroa said, have you heard anything about B-Rise token? I heard it around. I haven't really looked into it, though, to be honest. Julia said, better if they don't regulate it to death. So that's one worry that we have. You see, that's the first person that we have that has some, basically a little doubt. Julia says it will be better. She believes it'll be better if they don't regulate it to death. So that's something y'all have to think, and keep in mind with regulation coming, will it be better? Me personally, I think crypto will be better. Do I think regulation can really stop crypto? Not at all. Could it have a hindering effect? Yes, I believe it could slow it down. They could start locking a lot of people up. A lot of these CEOs that created a lot of these exchanges and, things like that. And that would scare, a lot of people from, moving further into the space. So that's one thing we definitely want to pay attention to. Hank L said, when Trump come back, it's going to be huge. Fly said, most people are just learning what crypto is. This is just the beginning. Exactly. Take a look at that Crypto Streets episode I did. I just did an episode on Crypto Streets, the second episode. I want y'all to go. This is a homework for this class right here, for y'all that are rocking with me and serious about this. Go and watch Crypto Streets episodes 1 and 2 that I did on my channel and take a look at some of the people's answers about crypto. And y'all will see how much more advanced everyone that's watching this is right now versus the average everyday person in the street when it comes to crypto. This is really something that y'all need to see. So make sure y'all go check out that Crypto Streets episode 1 and 2. That's the homework for this class. I really want y'all to go check that out. Paco Fowler said, just think about it for a second. Crypto is global, and I personally believe it will outgrow stocks in the year 2030. Dari Almonte said, Bitcoin hits 300,000 by 2025. We all rich. I definitely recommend having some Bitcoin. I believe one day Bitcoin will definitely be at 300,000. Tillery Mills said, Metaverse will rise it about $5 to $6 trillion market cap. So think about that. A lot of people expect the metaverse itself to be over $1 trillion market cap by 2030. So just metaverse technology itself. So keep that in mind also. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you got notifications on so you catch all this information. Fly75 Ryan said, it's crazy to think we're on the ground floor. Exactly. Shout out to Humble Reminder. He said, what's good, family? One of our loyal channel subscribers and channel member that really holds it down. He pulls up to all the classes. He's definitely somebody that, I expect throughout this journey to, see the most gains because of the level that he puts into this. So shout out to Detrick, said crypto next major catalyst is ETH 2.0, then Bitcoin halving in Q3 2024. Crypto should blow up with more investors as Bitcoin touches 100K. FOMO will be real. Exactly. That's the thing. Right now, nobody has FOMO. Right now, well, don't get me wrong. Hold on. There's really no high level of FOMO in the market. Now, some people that seen that dip where we just touched the bottom, where we seen Bitcoin go around to, I think it hits like 17,500 or hold on, let me grab my phone real quick, y'all. Okay, I thought y'all know I'm tripping. I said, let me grab my phone and I'm recording with it. I'm tripping. This because I'm so used to recording with the camera with the regular camera from the laptop. My phone is always available. So right now we can't check the prices, but let's say Bitcoin low around 18,000. People that missed out on that, seeing it around 21, 22,000, those people are having a little FOMO right now. You know, they're wishing that they would have took advantage of that dip. But when we see FOMO kick in, wow, I just spilled coffee on myself. Okay, we back. We had to go vote it up real quick. Let me catch some of these comments. So don't get me wrong. I got a post here from Paco. He said, when I first got into crypto, I was told to buy the drop, right? He said, LOL, I was doing that no matter if it was higher than my average cost. Now I know better not to do that and to average your costs down. So it's not always, you know, it's a better idea. You want to, if you can, it is better to dollar cost average down. But dollar cost averaging just means to, you know, dollar cost average. It just means to get an average price. Sometimes the price can be higher. Let's say if you're set on a weekly schedule, right? Let's say, for instance, here, for this example that we did with Bitcoin, we got the person that buying in with their $100, starting off their portfolio at 21,500 Bitcoin. They averaged down all the way to the point where the market began to turn around, but they continued to average dollar cost average even as the market rebounded. You see, so 21,500, we still got buys at 22,000, 23,000, 23,500. So sometimes you won't always get an average cost that's lower, but just in general, you'll get a better price than chasing candles. And, you know, also, you can become a little more aggressive during the down times where you are averaging down. So let's say you're averaging down, right? Let's say for my people that were 50,000 down, whatever down, they just gave us the opportunity to get the same amount of crypto for a much cheaper price. This is only if you really believe in the market overall. This is only if you have the funds set aside to be able to take advantage of these times. You know, then you definitely should be doing that. Fly75 said, I hope we see a 14K Bitcoin. That gives everyone a chance to accumulate blue chips at 90% discounts. Hey, exactly. I'm looking, you know, to get the biggest discount as possible because I believe in these assets. So even if we seen Bitcoin drop to $10,000 a Bitcoin, I would just be buying Bitcoins then. Crypto Epidemic said I'd like to see SHIB at the 5 level. $88.49. Doge 7 cent. SHIB at the 11.24 level. Humble Reminder said, putting in the time and taking my time to learn. I missed out on 170,000 by not being educated. That told me my process can bring success, but my education solidifies it next time. Exactly. So a lot of y'all know my story with Dogecoin. Over $250,000. I lost over $250,000 with Dogecoin. Why? Because I basically panic sold. I basically panic sold trying to lock in those gains. And instead of me just diamond handing a little longer, all I had to do was wait 60 more days to the T. On the 59, 60 days, I would have had $250,000 off of Dogecoin had I not panic sold. But this is why you need to understand, key support levels. This is why you need to understand how to take profit on the way up. So that way, I could have got some of my profit out, but at the same time had some to still catch that run up. And this is why we also developed our strategy to add multiple bags, because this is what happens. You may see, let's say with a certain asset, you may see, gains of, a ridiculous amount, but you could still be hoping and expecting that the price will go up even further. But let's say if you have multiple bags, right, you could take profit from those other bags without feeling bad about, messing up your main bag or, changing the average cost that you bought in with your main bag. Hey, everybody that's in here, we got over 90 people in here. If y'all could do me a favor, share this stream everywhere. Tag me in it as well, at December DeMarco on all platforms. Let's try to get some more people in here, see if we can break that 100 viewer mark. AV68W1 said, you've mentioned multiple bags on many occasions. As of right now, I have 2 different bags of SHIB. How many do you recommend, roughly? So, this is a personal thing. This is really a personal preference. Now, I have probably, to be honest, 5 to 6 different SHIB bags. I'll say about 6 different SHIB bags. Now, I got my long-term bag, I got short-term bag. Really, you can name the bags whatever you want to name them. But the whole purpose in general is just to have different bags or different wallets with SHIB in it, so that way you can take profits from one wallet without fearing that you're gonna take all your gains away from another wallet. So let's say if you got 3 bags, right, and you got your main bag, and then you got a short-term bag, and you got you could even have a day trading bag, or a medium to short-term bag. Let's say we see some gains that are crazy, within a you can have one bag that you would say, I'm looking to double my money in this bag. Every time this bag doubles my money, I take out, my principal. And, I get to invest it somewhere else, or to spend it, do whatever you want to do. But let's say, this bag that you have over here, let's say you double your money, you take out your principal. Let's say just for a small number purposes to track it, you put in $100. That $100 grows to $200. Now you can take $100 out of there, let that money continue to do what it has to do. Now let's say, you put 100 in, it grew to 200. You take $100 out. Now you have a free $100 to go invest in somewhere else, to start another bag somewhere else. Now what you can do with that bag that just made you $100, if it doubles again, you can take another $100 out of it, to continue to do that every time and put money somewhere else. So you're diversifying. Now you can have your other bag where, let's say you double your money in this bag. You can say every time I double my money, it's so many different strategies you can do this with, but you can say every time I double my money in this bag, I'll use it, take profits, and buy in once the price pulls back to accumulate even more for a cheaper price. So you can try to day trade with one bag. You can use one bag to diversify. You can have one bag, let's say you got another bag set to the side, and you see, let's say you put $100 in this bag, right? And this bag, the markets blow up. You see a 400 or 500% increase. So now your 100 just turned to $500. What you can say is now, you know, I'll take either my principal out, I'll leave, you know, take my original 100 out, put it somewhere else. You can say, you know, I'll take profits, that's my win. You know, I get to reward myself for that. I'll use that for something. Or you can even say, you know, I'll take, you know, my principal investment. So the original $100 that I put in plus a cherry off the top. That's what I like to do a lot. I switch it up, you know, frequently, but I like to tell investors to take your original investment plus a cherry off the top, and then you can let that bag run. Now you can say that's my house bag. You know, that's a house bag. That bag is just gonna sit there, and I'm gonna let that do whatever it does. You can continue to come back and take profits from that bag as it increases. Or, you know, you can have your main bag that you say, this bag, like me, I have a Shiba Inu bag that is to not touch for a minimum of 3 years. And I got other bags, so I don't have to worry about touching that bag. So that way I can let that bag do whatever it's gonna do for a full 3 years. Now, remember, my time frame was kind of 3 to 5 years. We got a little more bullish towards, you know, the end of, you know, towards reaching those all-time highs, where I said it's looking like my investment time frame may become 5 years with SHEEP, because, you know, just think about where we are right now and think about the next 5 years. It may sound absolutely ridiculous to try to think that far ahead, but you got to try to do your research. Look where Dogecoin was at 5 years ago. Look at the investors that were investing in Dogecoin 5 years ago. Go listen to the things that the people who were investing in Dogecoin had to say 5 years ago. Go look at some of the parties and some of the events that people were attending with Dogecoin 5 years ago. These people, you know, the prices that you know, the all-time highs that we seen Dogecoin reach, some of those people didn't even expect it to get that high. They just had belief in it. You know, and that just shows you how long it can actually take things to play out. But some of those people who were most confident and stayed in the market during that time, they made a ridiculous amount of money. So that's why I'm trying to share this information with y'all, so y'all can know what to do. Y'all can know how to play these markets. Mike Long said, I bought in SHEEP at 600 and sold it for 6K. Let's go. Let's go, Mike. Angry Lion said BTC might go down to 9 to 10K. So I would love it. I would love it if it did. Real Talk said classes in session. Appreciate you for pulling up. Detrick Thompson said Coinbase would not go bankrupt. It's FUD. Paco said, my brother, December, if we all name at least one mistake we made in crypto, I feel we can all learn from. Okay, I think that's a really good idea too. So Angry Lion said we should have 2 more major crashes to go through in this bear run, according to statistics. Humble Reminder said Vote is the bags I'm building to take profit on BNB and HODL to ETH. Vote bag. Salute. Shout out to Humble Reminders for retweeting this. Let me know if y'all did retweet this or share it anywhere so I can shout y'all out. I definitely appreciate y'all for taking this serious. Essence says, I have 3 SHEEP bags. So she's loaded up. She's prepared. She's ready to do what she has to do if the time comes. Crypto Law said, I got 3 bags in Vote Inu, 2 baby to play with, and 1 big moon bag. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Jay Garcia. We are almost at, we have 95 viewers, y'all. 125 likes on the stream, y'all. Run it up. 96 viewers. Let's get this stream to 100 viewers. Shout out to Biz101. Said y'all just pulled up and hit that like. What you think about Crow? Crow is a good one to have, especially the discount that you could take advantage of. If you were buying it at the high, you should definitely be buying it at this point right now. So let's try to share this stream. If y'all really rocking with me, make sure you got subscribed and notifications turned on, so that way you get these notifications as soon as we go live. Shout out to Carlos Anderson for pulling up. So this is what I want to do right here in this portion. Everybody list drop a mistake that you have made in crypto. Drop a mistake that you have made in crypto that other people could possibly learn from. Something that you made the mistake, and then afterwards when you made it, you said, that was a mistake. I should have possibly did this instead. So list the mistake and also what you should have probably did differently, if it applies. Do you add to every bag on the red days, or do you invest into specific bags individually? So much info to soak up. So the way I do this, I tell y'all, if on my favorite bags, if I see a 10% discount, I'm setting my sights to pay attention, because that's kind of indicating that we could see, you know, some lower discounts become available. But when it gets to that point where I see, you know, a 15% discount or more, that's when I told you I'm trying to pull the trigger. Why do I like to pull the trigger at that point? Because we can easily get a uptick the next day, you know. So if we're down 15%, we could easily sometimes see a nice 5% increase, 10% increase the next day if you buy into a dip that large. That's why I like taking advantage of those ones. So we got 98 people in the stream. If you just pulled up, make sure you hit that like button for us. Also, subscribe and turn on notifications so you can always get this information first. And, you know, share the stream. So let's go over some of these mistakes. Right now, we're sharing mistakes. This is very important. Everybody's sharing mistakes that they have made and what they wish that they have done differently. This is very important because right now you're able to basically pull all the bad decisions that, you know, other investors have made and learn from them quickly. Now, you can either just be exposed or have awareness to it. It's not saying you're going to learn, you know, exactly right now. You're never going to make this mistake, but just being aware of this mistake that is able to be made is very important. So we're going to take this time to go through that. Shout out to everybody sharing. So I'll go first. One of my major mistakes was panic selling, not having multiple bags. Another one of my mistakes, you know, I drop a couple mistakes on y'all. Another one of my mistakes was not really learning. Another one of them was investing too much money without taking this serious, because I got lucky a few times. You know, I was like, oh, okay, we making money. You know, it's all good. Yes, I knew a little bit of what I was doing, but not to the full extent that, you know, where I'm at now. And that was one of the mistakes, not picking up any books, not taking, you know, any courses, not, you know, really educating myself before, you know, I really dropped a lot of money down, because I would have preferred to just, you know, this is what I told myself. If you could lose $20,000, you can go buy some books. You can go buy $200 worth of books and, you know, educate yourself. So that's exactly what I did. Now, I started off with, you know, about $200 worth of books, but eventually it grew to a lot more. If y'all seen my book collection right here behind me, you know, we got over about 500 different books here, you know, all about self-improvement, you know, how to become, you know, a better investor and things of that sort. So entrepreneurship as well. So now let's get into the others' mistakes. Let's see. So we got PMP says, my main mistake was not implementing DCA on my long-term plays. I wish I would have executed that style back in the late 90s. Oh, so he been around for a while. Okay. Micah Becker said, Detrick, why they say they might then. Kofu said, mistake, not taking profits along the way. Shout out to Crypto Epidemic for sharing this to Twitter. Appreciate you, bro. Micah Becker says, holla at me when you know what's good. Trying to save you ledger is the way to stay safe. I definitely recommend everyone having a ledger. I'm going to be doing a video, you know, soon on different cold wallets and, you know, which ones I recommend, but definitely ledger, just to throw that out there. Red Star says the most conservative prediction I heard was $1. The highest I heard was 14 to 15. Not sure for which one that is. Lee Figueroa said chasing the green candle. That was his biggest mistake. Micah said I didn't buy more. That was his biggest mistake. Tony Robinson said bought at the height. That was his biggest mistake. Samuel Hook said buying Saitama, LOL. Saitama was a play that you could have took profits on if you got in early enough, especially when we were talking about it. You could have made some money on it. You just got to take the money out when you make it. That's why I say principal, investment, and secure a cherry off the top. Mike Long said mistake, trying to make too many moves in a bull run. Definitely, you don't want to over trade. One thing that some people do is limit themselves to a certain amount of trades per day. You know, you shouldn't, like some traders, you know, it depends, you know, a lot of day traders, they'll go crazy, but really some people try to limit themselves to about 3 to 5 trades a day. You know, but scalpers can take up to 100 trades a day. People that are scalping the market, they're constantly buying and selling up to 100 times per day. So let's see. Lawrence Phillips said, FOMO should have added when I seen a discount after the run up. Crypto Epidemic says Sheep Army salute. Shout out to the Sheep Army. Biz 101 said Red Star, if Crow hits 10, I'll be rich. Red Star 7311 says mistake, bought Bitcoin Cash last year when I thought it would continue to go up last year. Should have put it into ETH. Red Star, what level did you buy it at? Let me know. What level did you buy it at? Where were you expecting it to hit? Let me know. Carlo, I see accept. What up, though? Appreciate you for pulling up. Also, one of our channel members. If you'd like to become a channel member, look for the button down below, or you can look in the description section of the video and find a link. It might not be in the description section of this one because I didn't set the description up, but you could just look at one of my other videos and you'll see it. Or there's a big red join button somewhere around, or it might be like white or something. I'm not sure the color. But Enjoyable Life said, the mistake I did is I found out about crypto during a bull run and I lost a lot of money, especially in Saitama. Humble Reminder said, don't give your seed phrase. Not giving my seed phrase. Don't make help posts on Twitter. Fake customer service scammers try to help you. Don't trust. Ask people from your community instead. That's a very, very, very good point. So if you put out certain points, or excuse me, certain posts, you know, saying like, hey, I need help with this or I need help with that on Twitter, you'll see sometimes, like, especially if you mention the word trust wallet or something like that, there's bots that are scanning posts that have the keywords in it, trust wallet, MetaMask, you know, things like that. And they're trying to give you help. But really what they're trying to do is, you know, trick you into believing them and that they're a part of actual customer service, and they'll finesse you out of your, you know, wallet. They'll take all your crypto, they'll steal everything you got. And these people don't have any mercy. They don't care if that's your net worth. They don't care, you know, if that's everything you got, they'll take it all. So please be aware. Like, also in the comment section of my videos, y'all always see fake scammers pull up and try to tell y'all to message them on WhatsApp and all this. Those people are trying to scam you. Please never fall for it. Paco Fowler said, I never took profits on Sheeb. I made 20K off of $600. Ooh, $600 turned into $20,000, and he didn't take profit. You got to take some profit, y'all. You got to take some profit. At least take your principal out. Imagine if you would have took out, you know, at least your $600. At least that would have been all house money that you were down, you know. AV, and that's why I say a cherry off the top too, to reward yourself for even taking that risk. So AV68 says, investing into a coin as soon as I hear about it instead of waiting for better entry price. That's another thing. By the time you hear about something, most likely it's pumping. So you want to take a look at the chart, open up the chart, look for, you know, you can use your Fibonacci retracement tool. You can use, you know, pivot points, standard pivot points, you know, to understand where the chart is likely to find support and where buyers will step in. So also, Jonathan said, me selling my ETH too early. I got 3 ETH at 140 and sold it way too early because the following year I would have made 12,000. Never again. Biz 101 says, the mistake I made is when things have a major run up, I didn't sell some. Okay, that's a common mistake. Carlo Asic, one of our channel members, said, biggest mistake was not pulling the trigger when I needed to. Missed a 140K bag. Ugh. Which one was that on? Samuel Hook said, not having multiple bags in the beginning. That's another thing. It's good to start off multiple bags in the beginning, just in case. It's not saying you have to start off multiple bags at the same price. It's not saying you have to put the same amount of money in each bag either. Don't get it confused. It's just saying having different bags, so that way you can take different actions from those bags without affecting, you know, your main one. So Crypto Law said, I did not take profit from Shiba when it was at all-time high. I lose 100K. Sheesh, y'all. If it's life-changing money, I don't understand why some people don't take profit. You know, a lot of people were expecting to go to the moon, but what number to you is the moon? You know, you got to remember, everything ain't gonna give you $1 million. If you're just seeing like a 50x or 100x or something like that, man, you better take some profits. It's not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do, but man, if you just got 100 G's, you better take, you know what I'm saying, put a little something to the side. You just got 200 G's and you ain't put none of it to the side. That's definitely a learning lesson. So Humble Reminder said, always take profits. I didn't take any. Then I found DeMarco and learned how and what to do. Take your time. I invested money and had no education. Now it's education over money. That's what I'm talking about. And that education will bring you more money. So Detrick said, enjoyable lifestyle. Me too, bro. But it's such valuable information I've learned, and I understand the whole market so much better for it. First bull run plus first bear equals education. Exactly. So some of y'all are completing y'all first time actually around the block. So yeah, some of y'all pulled up during the bull market, but have you been around during a bear market? Have you been around to see how markets react to all the bad news? Have you been around to see how charts react to all the panic selling? You know, have you been around to see the people who took advantage of buying in the dip and you were able to see how it paid off for them? Got to go around the block, y'all. So definitely take profit when it's time to do so. I could have made more than 18,000 in Shiba in the last year in October, but I kept holding, and now I'm under 1,000 from what I initially invested. Carlos said, not taking profit and reinvesting in Volt Inu and others. Humble reminder said, NFTs taught me a lot about the market on a much smaller scale with volume to help me understand crypto on a larger scale of when to and when to not sell. I did it in DCA. Red Star said that crypto law, I should have taken profit when she was at the 8.8 level. Lawrence Phelps said, drop 10 grand on the scam coin and not dropping proper DD on it. So that's the thing. He went in heavy. He dropped over $10,000 on a scam coin and did no proper due diligence. You always got to do your due diligence. Go check out YouTube. See what other YouTubers are saying about the coin. Check out Twitter. Search it. See, you know, if influential people who have a good track record are, you know, talking about the coin. You know, look at the coin's community. Join their Telegram. Look at the amount of members they have joined versus the amount of engagement that they have in the chat. You know, look at their engagement rates on Twitter. How many likes, comments, retweets their post gets. Look at that on Instagram. You know, you want to look at all this information. Ask the dev team questions. See what their patience is to work with, you know, new people to the project. You know, most people that aren't patient, you know, they don't want you asking questions and things like that. They're most likely trying to, you know, scam. Not all the time, but, you know, sometimes. XO Shy Lang said, and buy at high numbers, enjoyable lifestyle. Said that Detrick Thomas, I hope we're going to do better now. Crypto Epidemic said, just got Ledger so far, so good. Humble Reminder said, me and Carlo are investment partners, so all that info is us. Salute. That's another good strategy right there, teaming up with somebody. You know, it's not saying that y'all have to invest in everything the same, but y'all can bounce, you know, ideas off of each other. You know, steel sharpens steel, or iron sharpens iron, whatever one you want to use, you know. Y'all can get better off of each other. You know, you can run past certain ideas like, hey, what do you think about this strategy? Or what strategy have you tried? You know, have you tried this strategy? Or, you know, how did it work for you? You know, or what mistakes have you made that I could possibly learn from you? That's a good thing. Find a partner, somebody who's, you know, just as involved and cares about the markets as you do. So that way you got somebody to talk to every day. You know, you got somebody to help, you know, brush you up a little bit. So at Enjoyable, yes, it will pay off. The next major bull run is what I'm saving up for. We got 2 years DCA on your major projects. You'll be ready for it. At December, DeMarco had about 650 on Bitcoin Cash, which was 75 cent BCH in the summer 2021. Thought it would keep going to 1,500 sheets. So Fly said, Saitama 30x for me. Bag was too little though. Sheesh. So that can happen sometimes. Sometimes you can wish that you bought more in the beginning because you get a nice run. But you have to remember, if you just seen a 30x, how likely is it to continue to go from there? You know, not too many projects get to that point where they get to see a 30x like that. So you should definitely be getting some nice profits off the table around those ranges and using your indicators like pivot or like a standard pivot tool indicator or Fibonacci tool to determine where other people will begin to take profits. So that way you know for sure, like, okay, I'm gonna have to take profits around this range anyway because other people are gonna do it. So Lee said, I got one of those scammers pretending to be you yesterday. Yeah, you gotta be careful for those, man. They definitely will tell you to reach out to them. Crypto Epidemic said, it's a shame it has to be like that with scammers. It would be nice to actually talk more freely knowing you're safe. Humble said, they finessed me out of my leash and bone, Ethereum. They didn't get my Shiboshi though. My Shiboshi was kept safe. Me and Carlo Essick did 140K from 600 and didn't have education to sell. Here we are. So they went up from $600 to $140,000 and didn't sell. Why? Because of a lack of education. That's one of those things where you just continue to think it's going to keep going up. So Crypto Chick said, vote. Shout out to the Vote Army. Shout out to you voting the stream. Carlo Essex says, speaking of 600, I invested that into Doge early and missed that 140K on this deal, FML. Shout out to Crypto Chick for the love. Carlo Anderson said, FOMO in on Bone at 185 and I just 58 bones I own. Sheesh. That's why you got a dollar cost average. That's why you don't just buy it all at one time. Think about how much you want to have in that specific asset and then begin your process of adding to your position. Red Star said at December DeMarco, Bitcoin Cash was at 784 in September 2021. Thought it would go up to 1,500. Humble Reminder said take profits. Detrick said check out Spell Token, bro, or two. And Reliance said, live and learn or burn. Exactly. Live and learn or burn. So if you don't learn, you can stay in the markets as long as you want, but you know, trying to play around and not actually learn, you'll just end up losing money. So Humble Reminder said, this is my first cycle. I started in a bear and seen it run up. Now we back in the bear. This is the driver's seat for the next cycle. Last time was money. This time is education. We will catch it. Shout out to everybody in the stream. Biz101 said, you taught me about Bollinger Bands. Exactly. Bollinger Bands are one of my favorite indicators to use. Tillery Mills said, earning passive income is the key while making an active day-to-day income. I put in 1,200 and when it went to 84K, but I didn't take any profits last bull run. I believe in Sheep swap, down 25K now. Detrick said, DeMarco spitting science. Y'all take notes, for real, for real. Appreciate you for pulling up. Carlos said, exactly. What we do, bounce off each other. So you see, those two are channel members. You see Humble Reminder and Carlo, ASIC, I think that's how you pronounce it, ASIC or ASIC. Those two are investment partners or trading partners. So they, you know, they study together, they learn together, but also notice how both of those people are channel members. That's a clear sign or indicator that they are taking this serious. You want to partner up with somebody who's also taking this just as serious as you. So that way you cut your learning curve down even faster. You get to learn from your mistakes and also their mistakes, and vice versa. They get to learn from their mistakes and also your mistakes. So shout out to Paco. He said, I want to join your Patreon. The Patreon link is somewhere in the description section of the previous videos. But also, you could become a channel member as well if you want to do that. Tillery Mill said, waiting for 7 figures, but I do have those side bags to make gains now. Exactly. You know, and some people can trade their way up to 7 figures. You know, if you were able to identify how to get into something and you took $600 to $140,000, you do that about 5-6 more times. You just made $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So learn from those mistakes. Crypto Epidemic said, have you heard of Fireprint token? No, I haven't. Tillery Mills said, I'm always asking people if they know about crypto, and a nice amount of people said yes. And Crypto Law says, in Crypto Live, you learn you have to make mistakes to be better. Yos Bell says, salute future millionaires. Shout out to everybody for pulling up. Appreciate y'all. Major Payne said, love the shirt. You know, we represent the Volt Army, man. Telling everybody go buy the crypto. But remember, right now, you know, it's good to have cash sitting to the side. Just to do a recap of this class, it's good to have some cash on the side to be able to take advantage of these discounts. But make sure you have money set aside for your expenses. You know, make sure you can pay your mortgage. Make sure you can pay your rent. Make sure you can pay your utilities. Make sure you can keep gas in the car. Make sure you can pay for groceries. Make sure you got money for the kids. And then you should have an emergency fund. Make sure if you get some car troubles, make sure if you get, you know, something unexpected like medical bills, make sure, you know, whatever, you know, if you need to help someone, you know, you got money put to the side for that, you know, and then also make sure you got a little something for yourself to be able to treat yourself, you know, something to be able to take yourself out to eat, you and the family, you know, something to be able to go shopping here and there when you want. So that way you're not looking at your investment account to take money from that to do these things. Now, once you have money for all those different things, also, if you have some of your debt paid off, you know, you're debt free, or you're working, you know, you got a certain amount of money put to the side to be able to, you know, pay on debt, then you could potentially be thinking about investing in crypto. WMO said, I had somebody that was a scammer wanted me to invest into BCT coin and put in my social security number and my personal information on this fake exchange website. Your money goes in, but never out. Shout out to Pac-Man Kills for pulling up. That's why exactly you want to be careful. Do your due diligence. Look around. Don't just trust, you know, these people messaging you. Most likely, if they're reaching out to you first, most likely it's a scam. You could just kind of use that as a you know, principle. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, like button on the stream. Essence said, what type of info do you offer on the channel? What do you mean, Essence? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Major Payne said, got cash on the side, but my wife found it. Hey, you know, I can't tell you about that, man. But you know, it's good to have. That's why you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So even, you know, if that basket is found, you got another basket over here to be able to do something with. So now I want everybody, before we get up out of here, to drop how much cash do you have ready to deploy if we see the lowest prices that we've seen in a while? How much cash are you ready to deploy? Not saying how much do you want to invest overall, but how much cash would you like to be able to invest during this downtime that we have? Drop those numbers real quick. Do you offer more classes like this on the channel? Definitely. We got a few different, you know, we got the class of better informed investors. Well, right now we're going over economic indicators. We got this more of a freestyle class right now, going over, you know, certain questions that people have. Some of the biggest questions, like if you do Google searches, you can see that this is one of the biggest questions that people are asking. Should you still invest into crypto right now? So let's see. Jonathan Phillips said 1,500 he has to invest during this downtime. So remember to dollar cost average with that 1,500 into your favorite assets. Don't just jump in all at once. XOXO Slang says, or Shy Lang says 10K. Lee Figueroa says 14K chilling. Power Right says 500K. Bro, you're going to come up. If you got 500K right now to put into this dip, you're going to see some ridiculous gains, because even once we 2x, that's $1 million you just made. So congrats on that. Pac-Man said 10K. That's a good number. Jonathan says, what's up, Power? Carlos says 1 to 5K. That's a good number as well. Major Payne said 10K. That's definitely a good number. Carlo Anderson said 3 to 500. That's definitely a good number, because just knowing what your number is going to help you not panic. It's going to help you, you know, be more confident. It's going to help you not be all over the place. And that's what it takes. Angry said I have 16K. Humble Reminder says 1 to 2,500. Tillery Mill says 350 bucks. 1 to 5K. From Crypto Epidemic. One Life No Regret says 50K. Jonathan Phillips said Power Right is a Vote OG. Salute. Okay. Shout out to Power Right, man. One of the Vote OGs. Humble Reminder says, I'm getting a part-time job for investing while bear market. Now is the time to put work in. Our come up is inevitable. That's the mindset right there. Develop a skill or put in some more hours, or, you know, get a side hustle or a part-time job. You know, of course, this is not mandatory. You know, don't stress yourself out. You know, don't be like, man, December DeMarco said, I got to get a job. Now I got to go. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like that. But, you know, if you're smart and wise about this time and you want to, you know, take advantage of it, then, you know, do what you got to do, man. It will pay off. Red Star says $5 a day challenge, buy about 40 of crypto / stock every time I get paid. Waiting for another Black Swan event to buy large amounts. Crypto Law said power in the house, big up. So salute. Okay, so we got that out the way. now that we got we had almost 100, well, we had 140 likes, over 80 people in the stream. Let me know if any of y'all want to do a price battle right now, just to have a little fun, a small little wager, you know. So how this will go, this is an idea that I already had. So let's see, how many of y'all want to do price battles, man? So let me see. So the way this will work, we'll take two people to go head to head, right? Two people to go head to head. Both people will put up $100. And whoever gets their price, whichever person's price reaches that target price first, wins the pot. So we need two people for, you know what, let's see, what do y'all want to do the price battle in? We can do the price battle with SHIB, we can do the price battle with Ethereum, we can do the price battle with Bitcoin. Which one of those three currencies would y'all like to see the price battle between? The way this will work is two people will put up $100. They'll both pick between the support and resistance levels. So this basically helps people identify support and resistance levels. This actually puts a little money on it, so where you really have to take it a little serious. And it's also a small amount, so that way, you know, nobody is losing any real big money. So we did a similar thing we did like a, you know, mock run of this a few streams back, and it, you know, it was a really good turnout. It was a lot of fun. So I think we should run it live real quick, just the first one, and see how it goes. So let's see. Salute to everybody for pulling up. Tullery Mill said Bitcoin at 15K. Crypto Law said December, you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, bro. D Nice said volume a bit low, or you sound far away. I'm not sure. I think the volume's good for everybody. Might try a different device or something. Shout out to John Wick pulling up on us, somebody that always comes through. So what's good, people? Carlos Anderson said also Bone is not on any major exchanges, and gas fee keep me from dollar cost averaging in. You can get Bone on Shiba Swap. Also, there's a new exchange that just listed Bone, SHIB, and Leash. Go check out Milkshake's page, I believe, and you'll see it on there. I might have also retweeted it. Okay, so SHIB, we got Bitcoin and ETH, SHIB, Bitcoin and ETH, okay. Lee said I'm in Vegas first week of November, okay. Shout out to Blunt, said my guy the realist at this. I'm from East Atlanta, came from nothing, trap start, self-taught trading, making racks for 5 years. That's what's up, man. Definitely tap in with me on Instagram or something. At December DeMarco. So let's see. Okay, so we got a couple SHIB. So let's take it. We're gonna take this one easy for right now. So let's do a SHIB price battle. Matter of fact, we'll do SHIB or Bitcoin. So we need two people to step up to the plate. Two people to step up to the plate that want to bet $100 in this price battle. So it could be 100 versus somebody else 100. Whoever has their price target hit first will win the pot. So we'll do this either through crypto or either through you know, Cash App or something like that, whichever way y'all want to do it. And you know, the winner takes the pot, man. So do 2 people want to volunteer for this sheep price battle? You got to have $100 either in crypto or Cash App. That way you'll send it to me and we'll do this live, and I'll send the money to whichever person is the winner. This will all be live. Tune in. We need 2 volunteers for the sheep price battle. We have a sheep price battle going on. 2 volunteers, $100. Who's ready? Okay, we got Micah said he's down. Detrick said he's down. Okay, so we got 2 people down for the sheep price battle. Let's see how this works out. So which way do y'all want to do this? Do y'all want to send the money in Cash App, or would y'all like to send it in crypto? How do y'all want to do this? Detrick and Micah. Let me write this down real quick. So right now we got Detrick versus Micah with the sheep price battle. If we get 2 other people volunteering, we'll able to we can run another one as well at the same time. So we got Essence says she's down. So we need 1 more person that wants to battle against Essence. We're gonna do this live. So what we're gonna do is live. We'll pick a resistance and a support level on the 1-minute chart, and whichever one it hits first, the winner will take the pot. So Detrick says Crypt, BNB, or ETH. Micah says crypto. Okay, so it's looking like both y'all have a preference for crypto. So let's see, how can we actually do this? Let's see. Okay, so let's do BNB. Do both of y'all have BNB wallets? Micah and Detrick, do y'all both have BNB wallets? With BNB available right now. We're doing a price battle. Pull up, pull up. This is the first live price battle. You haven't seen anything like this online. You haven't seen anything like this online before. So make sure y'all tune in. Crypto Law says Shiba Inu. XOXO Shai Lang said I'll do it. Micah Becker says he'll accept ETH or SHIB, but I have USDC to offer. So this is what we need to do. Micah and Detrick, both of y'all DM me right now on Twitter. Let me know that it's both of y'all. Let me know, like, hey, what's up? This is Micah. And then Detrick, DM me as well on Twitter at December DeMarco. Let me know, like, hey, this is me. And we possibly have XOXO Shai Lang and Essence. So let's see. Let me write this. XO Shai Lang versus Essence. So we might got 2 battles right here if you know everybody tunes in and it just goes smoothly. So we got 2 battles potentially right now for $100 pot. We got Detrick versus Micah and XO Shai Lang versus Essence. So I need y'all to both DM me real quick. Okay, I just got a message from Micah. Instagram is cool too. If you got to message me on Instagram, but let me know which one did you message me on ASAP. Let's get this price battle underway. I got the message from Micah. I'm waiting on Detrick. Hey, shout out to Power Right, man, for the $49.99 super chat, man. Hey, salute, bro. Appreciate that. He said, I would be great for the Vote Army to get an AMA with you, my brother, on Pablo YouTube channel, if that's fine with you. Definitely let me know. We could possibly make that happen, man. Shout out to Pablo. Shout out to the Vote Army. Or we could run it on my channel also. Okay, just got the message from XOXO Shai Lang. Hey, Essence, send me a message. Send me a message. It's about to get real. It's about to get real. We got Micah versus Detrick and Essence versus XO Shai Lang. Okay, Essence stepped out. Does anybody want to take place for Essence? Does anybody want to take this price battle place for Essence? We got Exo Shy Lane waiting for an opponent. Okay, Micah sent on Instagram. Detrick, what's up? Shout out to Power, right? He said your channel would be awesome. Definitely let Votoshi know, man. Let Votoshi know we got the AMA coming up. We're doing a Sheeb price battle. Right now we got Micah versus Detrick. We waiting on Detrick to send that message. Okay, so he said he sent it on Twitter, y'all. It's about to get real. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I got messages from both parties. I'm just waiting for the response from both parties. I got the messages from both parties. We about to get it cracking in 1 second, y'all. Do we have somebody that wants to go head to head with Shy Lang? Salute to everybody with the super chats. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let's get it cracking. I'm waiting on those 2 messages. So we're going to pick a support and resistance level from the 1 minute. Okay, y'all. So I reached out to both parties. Both people reached out to me. Shout out to everybody still in the stream holding it down. Both people have reached out to me so far. So now what we're doing is going to check out the chart real quick. The way we're going to do this first one, let me make sure I still got both of these gentlemen in the stream. Micah, Detrick, drop a comment real quick. Let me know. Let me know y'all both still in the stream real quick, Micah and Detrick, before we get into this. So we got some key support levels here. Now, we can either let y'all pick your own levels or, you know what? Because I don't want it to get too far stretched out. Okay, so now we got 2 points in the chart, right? We got that 1187 level and we got the 1093 level. It's approximately right in the middle from both of those levels. So okay, we got both of them here. So which one do y'all want to take? We got the 1093 level and we got the 1187 level. Drop which one y'all want to take. We got the $100 Shiba Inu price battle right now between Micah and Detrick. So one of them will win $100, whichever one is right. So let me know which one y'all want to pick. We got 2 key support levels here. Or excuse me, a support and resistance level. So here's our levels. So Micah said 1187. So he's bullish right now. Detrick, do you want to take the 1097 range? You got to let me know ASAP. You got to let me know while it's still valid. Detrick said the market pumping right now. He don't know. So he don't want to take that 1087 side. Okay. Craig Smith, do you want to take that what do we got? 1087? Or it's 1093 actually. 1093. Do anybody else want to take the opposite end of that bet right now? So right now we got a $100 price battle going on right now. We got Micah is bullish at 1187. Does anybody want to take the opposite bet that the market's pulled back? Nobody want to take that bet, huh? Okay, let's see. Let's take a look real quick. Let me take a look at some indicators. We're on a 1 minute chart. Okay, so if nobody wants to take it, okay, you know what? I'll take the opposite end of that bet. I'll take the opposite end of that bet. So I got 1093 to Micah's 1187. So Micah, is me and you. Oh, wait, we got 93 super premium in the building. He said he'll take it. Let me know. 93 super premium, you got to hit me ASAP. Okay, never mind. Me and Micah got the bet going. It's me and Micah. Me and Micah right now for $100 right now. Shiba Inu price battle. Let's see. Let's see right now. Me and Micah going head to head. So my bet is that we move down to our support level of 1093, and he's betting that, you know, we are moving up towards that 1187 range. So right now, if y'all want to see who wins this $100, just stay tuned. The bet is between me and Micah. We got a $100 Shiba Inu price battle going on right now. So he's telling everybody to buy, you know, so he can win that $100. I don't know, Micah. If we pull up some of our indicators, let's see. Right now, our RSI is a little high. I ain't gonna lie, our RSI is a little high right now. Our RSI saying that we are likely to pull back more likely than we are to push up, man. Let's see our MACD. $100 price battle right now, me versus Micah. Oh, that MACD a little high. That MACD a little high right now. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good, you went long where the bet was taken at, Micah. That was a good spot. As you can see, that's right off the pivot point. Our pivot indicator lets us know that was a good point to go long at right there. But you notice we're seeing resistance also over in this area right here where we're at right now. So we got some resistance building up right here at this peak, and also it's looking like, you know, people are selling into that area right there. So we got a $100 price battle going on right now versus me and Micah. Price battle. So we're battling to predict which one of us is right, which one of us will get our price target first. So it's saying, you know, which one will either hit that 1080, what is that, 1093 level. So the 1093 level, or let me pull it closer so y'all can see where those the blue numbers are, either 1187 or 1093. So we about to see, we got a live Shiba Inu price battle, the first one in history where real money is on the line. You get the opportunity to not only, you know, make money during the, you know, when the price is going up, but we're battling right here. For those who've been using technical analysis and learning, this is your chance to make some money. So run those likes up, y'all. Give me a like for hosting the first ever Shiba Inu live price battle. We'll eventually be doing this with Bitcoin. We'll eventually be doing this with Ethereum. We'll eventually be doing this with all our favorite cryptocurrencies. But right now, me and Mike are going head to head. Salute, shout out to everybody pulling up. Exo said it's only going to drop a little because the head and shoulders. Kashan said interesting. Desert said, hey, I think this is cool at December DeMarco. You should do this a little with other coins. Okay. Luna Classic is up 34%. Craig Smith said you don't want to bet against December. Micah said much love, my brother. Good luck. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Humble Reminder said this is so cool. Detrick said we option trading at DeMarco. Basically, basically futures trading. Samuel Hook said my bag just got real. Exo said best school ever made. Salute, salute. Crypto gave us the thumbs up. Shout out to everybody pulling up. So let's take a look. Me and Micah are going head to head right now. Shiba Inu price battle. Where the price will land, 1093 or that 1187 level. So we got the 1083. Right now we're seeing a breakout. We're seeing a breakout. Right now the price is at 1042. Mike only has 45 points that it has to move for him to be the winner of my $100. We got the first Shiba Inu live price battle going on right now. Salute, salute. We got the live Shiba Inu price battle going right now. Me versus Micah. We using CoinMarketCap charts, just so y'all know. We're using the charts that we started off on with this bet. So right now the price is at 11.42. Let's see. You know, it could take a minute to play out, but we are on a 1 minute chart, so you know, it won't take too long. But this is very exciting to see, you know, who's gonna win this $100. Now, all y'all that was too scared to step up, you know, to the plate, drop y'all side bets. This is the 1 minute chart. Drop y'all side bets. Do you think Shiba Inu will hit 11.87 or 10.93 first? This is for the rest of y'all. This is basically a paper side bet, not a real money, but just y'all betting a fake $100. So place y'all bets. And this would have let you know if you would have been the winner of $100 or not. So drop if you believe it will hit 11.87 first or 10.93. Let's see, these are all side bets, all paper side bets, really meaning fake bets, but just, you know, betting for fun. But me and Micah, we on. Craig Smith said 10.93. Okay, so if it hits 10.93, then you are up a paper $100. So we got Tillery Mills. He said 10.93. Detrick said I'm at a 15-minute time frame. I bet yes 11.87. So he's on a different time frame. XO Shy Lang said 10.93. So we got a few of y'all that could have took this bet on the other side. So we're gonna see if I make this $100. Y'all gonna wish that y'all would have took that bet. So B Will said 11.87 for the 100. Okay, he got his paper bet in. Let's see. Price pulling back just a little bit. We at 11.41 right now. 11.40. Okay, let's go. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, sell, sell. Red Star said 10.93. Uh-oh. We got more people betting on my side, Micah. Red Star said 10.93. Live Shiba Inu price battle. First one in history. Drop your paper side bets for $100. Paper side bets. Do you think the price will enter or hit 10.93 first, or do you think it will hit 11.87 first? We got Villagrand 71 said 10.93. Micah said masses are, you know, all FUD. We got Kevin DeMello, one of our channel members as well. Appreciate you, bro. He said 11.87. So he's betting on your side, Micah. Uh-oh. He said all up from here. What do y'all think, man? We doing a live Shiba Inu price battle right now. First one in history. Me and Micah are going head to head for $100 right now. And this is just determining, you know, which price will it hit first? Which price target will it hit? Will it become more bullish first, or will it be bearish first? That's what we're betting between. Now, this is also a good exercise to help you pay attention to the charts and, you know, determine key support and resistance levels. We at 11.39. What do y'all think will hit first? 10.93 or that 11.87? Drop a like on the stream for the first Shiba Inu live price battle ever in history with money on the line. So Pamela Crum says she's betting her paper trade at 11.87. Share the stream. Let's get this stream out, y'all. Dimitri said 10.93. I think it will face selling pressure. See, this is very important. Y'all see, we got people talking about selling pressure. You know, looking at the chart to identify what the indicators are telling us. Right now, it looks like things want to point down, but it could end up finding support before it goes all the way down to the levels that I'm looking at. Good thing we got a few levels of resistance on the way up as well. But we also got a few levels of support on the way down before we reach my price target. So we got like probably 2 key resistance levels that really the resistance areas are a lot better than my support levels that I have. But we got about 2 resistance levels and 2 key support levels on the way down in between both of our prices. So we're at 1138 right now. So humble reminder, set 1190, then down. We're still, for the 1 minute chart, we're in an uptrend for the moment right now. Our RSI is cooling off. We can see our RSI dropping. So right now we're just doing a Shiba Inu live price battle right now. Later on we'll be taking more people. This is the first one so y'all can get an idea of how this works. So me and Micah, one of the viewers right now, we are betting between a support level and a resistance level. I'm betting $100 that Shiba Inu is more likely to reach that 1093 level than it is the 1187 level first. And Micah is betting the opposite, that it will reach the 1187 level before it reaches that 1093 level. So it's trying to break down right here, go ahead and break down, Sheep. Go ahead and just, pull back to that 1093 level so we can go and catch this $100 real quick and be good. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't. If you just pulled up on us, make sure you subscribe. We are doing a live Shiba Inu price battle. First one in history. This is a live Shiba Inu price battle. Real money on the line. Somebody's going to win $100 right here. Who knows? This could be the beginning of something crazy, because I think this adds a lot of fun and excitement into, the down times like this. Shout out to Craig Smith, said December's the GOAT, only channel doing this. Micah Becker said base drop. Tillery Mills said invest the money back into Sheep after the winter. Keep investing. Nathan Buell said I had a dream that everything tanks, 6 billion market cap. Sheesh. Said then all the other coins follow suit. That'll be crazy. We got the live Shiba Inu price battle right now. $100 on the line. I also think it'll be more exciting as well if we had a few other people joining in this. So let me know if we got 2 people that are quickly ready to pick opposite sides and y'all want to join the price battle. Let me know. If y'all want the opportunity to win $100 by betting against somebody else that the price will either go to one level or the other, let me know ASAP. We might be able to get 2 more people in here before we get some significant movement. Let me know. Let me know. Blue Ice said it's on a bull run. Nathan Buell said short-term rally for a few weeks. I see though. Chris T said I'm going long. Kareem Haroon said hi. B Will said I'm in. Okay, so we got B Will said he's in. Doji and win. I'm not sure what you mean, Doji and win. Right now, if you want to battle, say I want to battle. Say I want to battle. If you want to bet $100 versus somebody else that the price will reach either 1093 or 1187. Say I want to battle and then put the price that you believe it will go to. If you want to put the $100 up, so we got Christy said, I want to battle. We got Chris T. So message me ASAP on Twitter or Instagram at December DeMarco, Chris T. So, or I think that's how you say it, Chris T. So that way I can get you locked in. Craig Smith said, do this once a week, G. I'll do a 20. This is $100 price battle because we got to make it, you know, so it's really interesting. WML said it's been on an up and up for a couple of days. I think it's time that it goes down to balance out, to be honest. 1093. So if you want to take the other end of that battle, we got Chris D said he wants to battle. We need one more person. Chris T, let me know which one do you want to take. Do you want to take the 1093 or the 1187? Support or the resistance? Okay, Chris T said he want to take the 1187. Message me ASAP, Chris T, on Twitter or Instagram at December DeMarco so I can get you locked in. Let me know if somebody else want to take the opposite side. He bet 1187. Does somebody else want to bet $100 that the price will move to 1093 before it hits 1187? We got one battle going on so far, me versus Micah. Now we need one more person. Craig Smith said, I'm out.